Good morning, America. I'm Paul Dankel, here with my co-star, John B. Lennon. Today we have a rather boring case between Hitler and DC. Recently became aware of licensing banning handguns, common ones at that, and such. With more details, we have Rondi Lester.
Thank you, Paul. I live here on the scene where the government, those criminals, are trying to pass new laws that restrict our rights. Currently, a pretty boring case, Heller has seen that Florida's government has imposed an unfair law on their freedom to guns, the Second Amendment. So their licenses essentially ban handguns and concealed carries, which is not okay. So I'm out here. The senators are currently just deciding in that courtroom right there what they are deciding to do. Personally, I think we all need guns. So this law is unconstitutional, and I think if they vote any other way, that's dumb on their part. Those communists are trying to take away our right, honorable judges. I think that this is a terrible idea. Heller is fighting for our rights, and they are trying to take them away from us. I personally think that the judges will rule in our favor. Florida's rights restrict the unconcealed carry, which is a federal right given to us by the Constitution. What else am I supposed to say? The other side, the do-gooders, think that guns have changed from when they first were invented. Personally, I think this is nonsense, but they think that they can restrict and ban our guns, and that it is not banning, but merely limiting the access to deadly weapons, which is their right to protect their civilians. That is ridiculous! We all need guns! Thank you. Back to you, Paul.
Thank you, Lester. And over to the weather. So, over here, we have the Americas. And America, pretty hot. This line looks like it's about the equator. You know, Mexico City. Mexico City's right on that line. Pretty hot. I heard the closer you are to the equator, the hotter it is. Mexico City's right on that line. So we're detecting about 110 degree weather there. If you're going to visit there on vacation, don't do it now. Do it during the winter or do it during the night. It's very hot there right now. And Greenland, we got Greenland up here. Don't let the name fool you. Not very green. Lots of white. White is in snow. Lots of snow. And cold. Very cold. We got a lot of snowstorms up here, a lot of hailstorms. Very cold. Don't go here, ever. Please don't ever go here. Please do not go here. And then up here, it's just all white. All of it is white. Literally all of it is white. So it's got to mean snow. I assume that means snow. If it doesn't mean snow, I don't know what it means. Snow, storms, ice. When I think of white, I think of ice. Like how I think of blue, I think of water. Right? I don't think water really has a temperature, but I know ice is pretty cold. Like 50 degrees Celsius or lower. Something. It's pretty cold. And let's go to the Africas. The Africa here, it's kind of giving me 80 degree vibes. Like up here is around 80 degrees. Down here is like 78 maybe. I bet right here feels like 30. Don't know why, I'm just getting that feeling here. Especially with this zero here. W-O-E. Whoa. Maybe whoa isn't really cold. I'm assuming that's what whoa means. And then in Algeria here. It's pretty green. In Algeria, like algae. Reminds me of sickness. Especially with that green. So I assume if you go here, you're probably gonna get sick. I wouldn't go here either. Like Greenland, like Mexico City, they're just bad places to visit. Do not go here. Got it? We got Libya. I don't know, really. Is that Cancer? Okay, this is the Tropic of Cancer right here. I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I would not go there. Tropic of Cancer, that sounds like a bad place. Like a cancerous place. Probably lung cancer. I don't know. Some type of cancer. And I don't think it's coincidence that it is by Algeria. Maybe that's the sickness they're referring to. It's cancer. And then we've got Spanish over here. Thought that was a language. Turns out it's a country. I didn't know that. Same with Sahara. I thought that was like some sort of snow desert, something like that. Kind of like the Arctica. That's like a snow desert, I hear. So I'm assuming right here is pretty cold. I'm kind of getting conflicted though, because when I think of snow desert, I think cold. But when I think of Spanish, I think of Mexicans in Mexico. So I think of pretty warm. You know what I mean? They're out in the day. Just warm weather. Probably like low 90s, high 80s. So maybe this Tropic of Cancer is the line that divides that. That's what I'm thinking here. I bet that's what's going on there. Down here, right under Sahara, it's going to be pretty cold. Up here by Spanish, it's going to be pretty hot. Depends on who you are, though. Because me personally, I'd like to visit here. I'll definitely go here. It's going to be pretty good here. 80s. I'm not going to go down there, though. That's going to be cold. And we got Ethiopia here. Ethiopia reminds me of Earth. That's what this whole place is, right? It's not the back of it. This is only the front of Earth. We can't fit a 3D sphere on a flat surface, obviously. So we can't see the back side. I'm assuming that's what these are just two halves of the back side. So Ethiopia, when I think of Earth, I think of pretty humid, you know. Not too humid, not humid like Mars. Mars looks pretty hot. So I'm thinking like, you think of Earth, you see the palm trees, you see the beaches, you see the sands. So it's probably comfortable 90s here. That's what I'm getting. You got Har Har. That's a place I'd like to go. I bet you they have stand-up comedy all over here. Har Har. They named that town after all the jokes they crack. All right. We have Kenya. Reminds me of Kanye West. You ever heard of him? He makes pretty good music. But I heard he's from Africa. I think they named this country after him. Kenya, Kanye West. Do you see the differences? I don't. So I'm assuming it's probably 73 in this country. And there's also Uganda. That's not relevant to Kenya. 73 is over here. I think we're about to wrap it up here. We just have to go over the Asias, and I think that'll be it for today. You have Chongqing. No, okay, that's racist. That is racist. We are cutting that part out. Okay. Never mind! Chongqing is right here. Apparently it's pronounced Chongqing. I heard China used to have a bunch of emperors and stuff. Big emperors, like Napoleon. I think that's why they named that place Chongqing. You have a bunch of the Chinese countries here, obviously because they're in China. You have the Japanese countries here, like in Japan. That's where most of the Japanese countries are, or I'd assume so. And China, Japan, I don't think it's really warm over there, but I don't think it's cold. I'd say probably 64, You think of those purple blossom trees, you think of the green blossom trees, and you just really think very mild. Not warm, not cold. You've got all sorts of colors of blossoms blowing through the wind. I'd like to go to these Chinese and these Japanese. Those seem like really cool places. Sitting in a wooden chair with the blossoms flying by in the wind. Didn't they make silk here? I think that's where they made silk here. Silk. Lots and lots of silk. I think we have to talk about Australia here. Australia is having a big problem. Within the past few years, they have had lots and lots of fires. And not lots and lots of firefighters. So, that's creating a really big problem with the fires. You also have the Great Sandy Desert here. Lots of sand there. I don't know what this water is doing, but I'm pretty sure it's sand. Lots and lots of sand. Please don't go here. You will get sand everywhere, and you will not be able to go about it. Australia, just here to get you a better view. Right here, as you'll see, we have a snowstorm coming in. That's what this white kind of flat part is. That's a snowstorm. It is going to pass right over Australia. It's going to go this way, and it's going to go back down. It's going to go right around Australia, back into the white abyss we know as the bottom. In Australia, it's going to be very hot. I think, what is it, like 80 degrees Celsius? 80 degrees Celsius. That sounds about right. I think that's what they told me. Lots of hot, especially since it's red. It's kind of like a reddish pink. Have you ever been really hot before? You get sunburnt, your skin turns a reddish pink. You ever turn on a stove before? Gets red. The hotter that stove is, the pinker it gets. Pink is pretty hot. So therefore, it's going to be pretty hot. And with that, that is the weather for the entire Earth, and I will catch you guys next time.
Breaking news. This just in. Florida man blows up marijuana shop. Continues the spree by bombing an orphanage. Then claims insanity. And is not found guilty, though he said he is guilty. Killing 735,645 people. And injuring 24,375,184 and 189 people. Now on the scene is our field reporter, Ronnie Lester.
Live on the scene, the current serial bombing, they're calling him the marijuana bomber. He has afflicted many lives. Right here in the scene, we have a current afflicted person. Seems to be suffering from first-degree burns, immense amounts of pain. What do you think about this, little Timmy?
Oh, kill me.
Did the sunscreen monster not tell you to put on sunscreen? Back to you, Paul Dinkle.
We have breaking news. Even more breaking than before. Woman with guns? Sources say with excessive licenses are unconstitutional? The court has ruled in their favor. Guns for everyone. Yes! Give women firepower. Yeah! In other news, a former Taliban fighter claims that a member of the Pakistani military secretly supported the insurgency of Afghanistan by providing training and material support to them. North Korea releases details of its nuclear program, and the United States removes it from its list of state sponsors of terrorism. A report published in the journal Nature says that 365 million-year-old fossil of a four-legged fish found in Latvia sheds light on the new process of evolution. The creature named Fantastica carunica had a fish-like body but the head of an animal, more suited to land than water.
Paul, is it still a fish if it has four legs?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure they call those things amphibians. I want Turtle from Over the Hedge. He says he's an amphibian a lot. You ever watch that movie?
Yeah, he's a wise guy. He's a wise guy.
He's a pretty wise guy.
I've been told I look like the raccoon, Sean O'Griffin Peel. In more other news, in a 5-4 decision, the Supreme Court of the United States holds in District of Columbia v. Heller that the Second Amendment to the United States Constitution protects an individual right to own a firearm and keep it on their property, ruling a District of Columbia gun control law unconstitutional and putting many other similar measures in jeopardy. In other news, a bus and a truck collide in China's Henan province, leaving 5 dead and 8 injured. Really not relevant when we saw the marijuana blow up. Thank you for this tonight's news tonight. Thank you.
Cut.
Paul, how are the kids doing?
Pretty good.
I haven't seen you in a while. It's nice being back here.
Yeah. We still haven't done it. Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring in the wife?
That was a solid take, guys. Good job out there. Good job. Great. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Can the cameraman do a little bit better?
Good evening, America. Today, we're here with Tiger Woods? Not really, but he knows how to swing a golf club. Let's see how he does it. Mr. What should I call you?
You can call me Janice.
Good to meet you, Janice. Quite lovely facial hair you have there. Walk us through your swing.
So, when I'm my swing, I like to put the club right up the ball right there. I just like to give it a little love tap, when I swing, I want to give a little pat on the back. I come back in my swing, nice and powerful. I come through, and I hit it.
Perfect. Why don't you give us an example?
Okay,
I'll back up.
I swing the club now. I just want to give the ball a little pat on the back. Okay, little pat on the back. I go up, little pat on the back.
What a shot!
I just give it
You
a
can
little
see
pat on the back.
that is likely at least 180 yards with, what are you holding there, sir?
I think this is the 9 iron.
The 9 iron. It's a 6.
Hey, the 9 iron.
That's all right, though. Thank you so much for teaching me how you
You're
swing.
welcome. You'll be a good golf player with that one.
Thank you. If you were to suggest, am I more of a Tiger Woods or am I more of a plebeian? What do you think?
You look like a basic white boy.
Give me a swing.
Okay.
Hold this, don't lose this. So you still come all the way up?
Your swing is so bad. It's hurting my eyes. Please stop
All the way up?
swinging.
Okay.
Please stop swinging. Please stop swinging. Oh, that's horrible.
That was a warm up.
That
was a warm-up. Here we go.
You're horrible.
Here we go.
Your swing is horrible. Oh, that hurt me.
Okay. Got it! In other news, the Royals' stunning home opening ends on a walk-off. The score was 10-9, 18 hits for the Royals on only 13 for the Twins. One error by the Royals, and Perez, the shutout player, who we will interview after the game. Tell me, what did Perez do right?
Perez has a new stance this year. He's really widening his legs, and he went 3 for 3 tonight.
Seen the ball well.
And his. Did you just do that?
Okay.
Salvador Perez went 3 for 3 tonight, bringing his average to 600 on the year.
Now I hear all 3 of those were off speeds.
They were. They were all out of the zone. He had 2 home runs tonight, totaling for 900 feet worth of home runs. He had a double, and in his last plate appearance, he walked the Royals off. With Bobby Witt Jr. at third base, Salvador Perez put a deep fly ball, thinking it was going to be another home run. Max Kepler caught the ball and could not get Bobby Witt Jr. out at the plate.
Really, quite the astounding catch. I saw it, reached over the wall, all for it to fall for naught.
Here is the post-game interview.
To you, Ronald Dump.
We just got done with the Royals game, and we are here today with the game winner, Salvador Perez. So, tell me, Mr. Salvi, how do you think the game went?
I think it went great. I think our guys did what they should. We had very good plate appearances. We took pitches, we did everything that we could. And, Bobby Witt Jr. being at third base, everybody doing their job.
So, I know this season, what do you guys think your team's strong suits are, weak suits? What do you think you really have going for you this year?
We have a lot of young guys in our lineup, but our pitching is very good. We had a lot of veterans coming in the offseason, Seth Lugo, all those guys. And I think they got to pick out these young guys and they keep them accountable, do their job.
So, overall, in your opinion, do you think the game went well? Do you think your team could have done something better? Or do you think overall you're just a better team than the Twins?
We're a better team than everybody. We're better than everybody. What can I say? We're a good team. We do what I can. Like I said, get our job done. Come out here and do it the next day.
That is very good to hear. And thank you, Mr. Salvi, for joining me on this interview.
Thank you.
It was nice meeting you. Game winner right here. Everybody give him a round of applause.
Thank you, Royals fans. Thank you.
Mr. Bunny, what do you think about the current social issues of America?
He's getting away!
He seems to not be wanting to speak right now. We'll get him one day, though. Mr. Bunny is a socialist! Thank you.
Irish and British transport ministers agreed to a mutual driver disqualification.
Cut!
The Australian SPO states that in the future it wants to hold referendums on the EU states. Treaties.
EU?
Yahoo! Breaking news. This just in. Florida man blows up marijuana shop. Continues the spree by bombing an orphanage. Then claims insanity. And is not found guilty. Though he said he is guilty. Killing 700... Breaking news just in. Florida man blows up marijuana shop. Don't look at me.